let's get right into it. This is the DT 360 Yamaha from 1974 that I got from a really good friend of mine named Ron. He's had it for a really long time. He's the original owner. This is the one I did a video on previously, and I just thought I'd go over a few things that I've done to it. I was out riding it about 2 weeks ago, and it sucked. It popped out the trans side crank seal, so it started smoking and losing all sorts of power and running like garbage. So I went ahead and pulled the case off and replaced the seal. The retainers were completely bent away, and then I fixed all that stuff, and then I did the other side just because it's a good idea to do both, especially when a bike like this sits for as long as it did. Those seals harden up, and then they don't really work anymore. And if you develop a leak on this side, it's going to suck air, it's going to run lean, and it can burn it up. So this bike, the speedometer still works. It's got over 20,000 miles on it, and it's not in perfect condition, but it's in amazing condition for being as old as it is. Definitely a survivor, other than the tank's been repainted because all the green wore off it, and the seat was reupholstered. Who knows when exactly, but it's not running 100% yet. Still, I need to put a new spark plug in it. The decompressor doesn't work, so I'm guessing that the cable broke or something like that. But it's really torquey. That's the amazing thing about this bike, is it's the 32 horse and like 26 foot-pounds of torque. But this thing makes a ton of torque, especially down low, which makes it really squirrely off the line. While I was in here, I cleaned out the carburetor. I put a K&N air filter in this guy. Still messing with the needle height on this thing. The ignition might be cutting out. I'm not sure if that's what it is or not, but at the higher end of the spectrum on the RPMs, it cuts out a little bit. And when I had the spark arrestor completely off, the muffler, spark arrestor, whatever, it was able to run a lot better. So I burned that sucker out, burned all the carbon out. Of course it got plugged up when it started having a good diet of trans oil, motor oil, 1040. So cleaned that out the best I could, put it back on, and it's a little bit better, but it's not where it should be. So I need to do a complete clean out on that, or just something gutted or something. But went to pull on the front brake, while I was first riding it, ripped the cable apart. This isn't seized up, it's just the cable just gave up. So I'm gonna have to put another one of those. Have to get some new dust covers, which those are pretty easy to install. And then the headlight, of course, burned out. These guys like to burn out headlights because there's no voltage regulator, so they can, even though this is a 6-volt motorcycle, they can put out close to 11, 12 volts almost to the headlight at high RPM. So these 74s are notorious for popping filaments. So there's a company that makes voltage regulators. The names of the company are the Pardue Brothers, and the model number is 6VACR DT. And all it is, it looks almost like a mini star capacitor, tiny little guy, and it sits up in the headlight, and you wire it all in, and it prevents them from popping bulbs and steel beams and all that stuff. So it'll definitely help it. The tachometer doesn't work on this bike, and I noticed the other day when I was messing with it, you can twist the connector on this thing, and it twists the whole body of this. So I don't know if it's messed up or not. I do have two instrument, the speedo and the tach for it, in a box if I need another one, since I was building one of these from scratch. And like I said, the decompressor doesn't work, so it's got the old nickname, the Jake brake, on the jug, decompressor engine brake, which still works great. It's got a very interesting sound to it. I don't know if you guys have ever heard one before. I'll have to hit it a couple times so you guys can hear what it sounds like, but other than that, it does pretty good. I just need to get the carburation 100% right. Get a new spark plug in it. It'll probably help, since that spark plug in there is probably 20 years old, 25 years old, and it didn't like, you know, having the motor oil go through it either. So but these things are sweet. If you can find one of these, they're definitely worth it. They're a really fun machine. I really enjoy this thing for the column lock here, which just works off the key that comes with it. The tank's mint inside. Clutch is really good. It's a little dirty. I still need to get some of this grime off. You know, it's got ages of grime and grit on it. Same with the back wheel, but I'm definitely going to be riding this to work here soon. And I'll be getting the satisfaction of doing so. Okay guys, just wanted to say thank you for watching. I wanted to do a quick shout out to all the military servicemen and women who gave their lives defending our beautiful country from foreign and domestic enemies. And we owe you a debt of gratitude, and you guys paid the ultimate sacrifice. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to have machines like this and to be able to continue to turn wrenches on them and just enjoy them. If you guys can find some like this, they're definitely worth it. The price I paid for this was amazing, but definitely worth it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe if it's good enough for you, and stick around for more.